So my name is Brystal Mackenzie Baldwin. I was born October 14th, 1997 at Genesis Hospital. I was born at 10:36. The meaning of my name, Brystal, it's not a very common name, so all I could find was that it means bridge. Mackenzie means son or daughter of the fair one, and Baldwin is Anglo-Saxon in German origin, meaning bold friend. This is my family. This right here is my brother. He lives in South Carolina. This is my dad. He also lives in South Carolina. This right here is my stepdad, Eric. My mom right here, and also up there. And then I also have a stepmom, but I don't really have any pictures with her because the wedding pictures are still being edited. These are my pets. I have a hedgehog. She doesn't really have a name, but kind of all my friends just named her Squeeb. That's Tilly. She's my favorite one because she doesn't chew all my stuff like Ollie does, which is the blonde one. And then this right here is a chinchilla that I used to have. I think his name was Vinny, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. My mentor is definitely Mr. Luke because without him, I wouldn't have got the love for music that I do now. He's kind of helped shape my high school because without music, I honestly don't know what I do. 5 words to describe me is definitely detail-oriented, passionate because everything I do, especially with music, I'm very passionate about. Strong because my dad moved away to South Carolina and I kind of held myself together, and every day I have to just kind of go without him. I'm outgoing, all my friends say, because like whenever we drive down the highway, I'll always be the one that's dancing at other cars. And I'm also very trustworthy. Major events is, like I said, my dad moving to South Carolina. That was really hard for me. He moved in, I think, 7th grade, and it was probably one of the hardest things I went through. Also, my car accident, which I got my car in October of my 16th birthday, and just 3 short months later, I crashed it. And Adrian was actually in the car with me. My values, and definitely in this order too, is family, number 1. Friends, loyalty, success, and adventure, because without adventure, where would you be in life? Travels, South Carolina, because that's where my dad lives. I go there every single break. Tennessee, because my stepdad's mom and stepdad live there, and then Oklahoma because his dad and stepmom and sisters and brothers all live there. My awards, being in madrigals since my sophomore year, we go to districts every year and also states. Freshman year I was in varsity because it was my first year of high school, so I didn't really know how to audition for all that kind of stuff. So pretty much the big one, sophomore year when we went to districts we got a superior, at states we got an excellent. My junior year, which was by far my best year ever, because just the people in there were amazing. At districts we got a perfect superior, which had never been done for 5 years before us, and then at states we also got a superior which hadn't been done for 3 years before us, and then also I got my varsity letter in lacrosse. Extracurricular is lacrosse. This is my team from last year. We were at a tournament, I think that was at Waverly. And then madrigals, which this was last year's group. This was my favorite group ever. And then Incantondo, which is also another after-school girls group, which I don't really have any pictures with because we don't really do much, and I'm not really in it anymore this year. I'd say that I'm definitely a complex thinker because reading music, you have to be able to read the notes, you have to be able to do timing, you have to make sure you're blending well with the rest of the group and everything like that. Lacrosse because I was a defensive player, and whenever they came down to by the goal, you had to think quick, and if you didn't think quick, then they're going to get by you. My grades, as you can tell, my first 3 years, not so hot. Freshman year, I got a 2.8, which wasn't that bad, but I still should have tried harder. I kind of went in there with the mentality of, oh, it's high school, like I shouldn't, I'm free now for middle school. Sophomore year, I went down a little bit to a 2.7, and then junior year, my worst year, because around ACT, I thought it would be a good idea to say, let's just focus on the ACT and not worry about grades, because that's all I was worried about. And then senior year, I'm so proud of this. I got a 3.7, and that was just last semester, and this semester, hopefully, I'm going to get that to go up. My cumulative, I believe now is a 2.9, going to be a 3.0. My ACT did very bad, very, very bad my first time. The second time I took it, it was the first week of school we came back, and I dropped a point. And then the third time I took it, I got the same score as first, so not my best, but. My learning style is 70% auditory, 10% visual, and 20% tactile. I'd say that this represents me really well, except I say I'm probably a little bit more tactile than it says, but auditory. I'm in music, and that's kind of how we learn everything. For our Curiously Temperament survey, I got ESFJ, which is the caregiver, which means I'm extroverted, sensing, feeling, and judging. Celebrities that are also ESFJ are Ariana Grande, Randy Jackson, Mariah Carey, and Ed Sheeran. For my 8th grade career fair, I'm sure all you guys heard this when you're in the EDP because Miss Ortiz read it, but I did the video song producer, veterinarian, and makeup artist. This one is so funny to me because it's weird to touch all over people's faces. And for my 9th grade career report, I did a veterinarian. For the longest time, I wanted to be a veterinarian, but now I realize that I don't because I don't want to see animals in pain. Like, I don't think I could be able to do that. For my 10th grade interview, I did a physical and occupational therapist. I've been kind of leaning towards an occupational therapist more in this, or for college and whatever. My 11th grade day on the job, just kind of went off and did whatever because I couldn't find anybody. I did my mom's best friend's husband, Andy Etherton, he's a personal accountant. He owns his own business at Encompass Tax and Investment. For my research paper, I did pro-abortion, and thankfully I got an 89, which I could have done way worse, but I didn't, thank God.
You did a good job.
According to the EDP, said I should have been a art and music therapist, a neurologist, or a stage director. I don't really agree with the bottom two because I probably could never cut into anybody's brains. Stage director, I could never do that either. And the therapist aspect of the top one it's okay, I guess, because I am going to go into therapy probably. Community service, just kind of the cleanups that we had to do every year for lacrosse and softball. Softball, I just played freshman year, so. We went to Elms and Winshaw Park and cleaned. And madrigals. This has been the biggest part of my high school. This right here is our seniors this year. I think there's a couple cut off, and Daquivia's in it. Right here, this is my best friend. She actually goes to Grand Valley now. She was in madrigals, and we kind of started from the beginning together. That's Maddie. And then here, this is last year's group, like you saw in the other picture. Up there at the very top is Chance. He is now also graduated. And me, Chance, and Maddie were always super, super close. That's the only reason we really got through my sophomore year, because the group was not too hot. But yeah, this has definitely been a huge, and this is Brendan right here as well. And he's also one of my closest friends. Madrigals has definitely been such a big part of my high school, and I don't know how I honestly would have got through it. It's hard at times, but it's also I don't know, it helps you, it shapes you into a better person, all that kind of stuff. And in lacrosse also, I played this sophomore and junior year. I got to thankfully play with my best friends. This right here was also from my junior year. That over there is Victoria, as you guys know. Amber, Tara, Kirsten, Alyssa. This is our group picture from last year. We want to do something funny. It's not that funny, but we tried. And I didn't play this year because just kind of didn't want to, I guess. My inspirational quote is forget what's gone, appreciate what remains, and look forward to what's coming next, because even though you could be having a hard time in the moment, there's always something to look forward to. It'll always get better no matter what. And my talents, if you want to put them in.
Going for 9 minutes.
That's just kind of a little 10-second clip. So, playing piano, I play a little bit. I'm not very good at it, but I try. And singing, I've been singing since I was little. Even though my mom used to say I was tone deaf when I was little, I kind of grew into it. My career pathways, I'm for sure either, I'm going into human services and health sciences. Haven't exactly decided what end of therapy or if I even want to go into therapy yet, but it's definitely one of my biggest, ends right now. The colleges I applied to and got accepted to was Ferris State, Eastern, Saginaw Valley, and Central. And I decided Ferris State. For my summer plans, I will be going to Myrtle Beach with my best friends the day after graduation, so we're going to be going the night after project graduation. I'm going to be working a lot because I'm going to try to decorate my dorm all cute. And then also go to concerts. I actually just went to a concert last night, and it was so much fun. I went to the Justin Bieber concert with all them back there. My fall plans are to move into the dorm at Ferris with my best friend. I'm going to be rooming with Adrian. And I will also be beginning my program towards physical therapy or to be an optometrist. So I haven't really decided yet, but those two are definitely my number ones right now. In 2 years, I will still be attending Ferris State University, working towards my degree in physical therapy or to become an optometrist. In 10 years, I will be hopefully working as a physical therapist or optometrist, owning my own practice because that is my main goal. Possibly be married and possibly have a family. That's kind of a long stretch, but because it's so close, but we'll see, I guess. Things I will miss about high school, definitely going to be Friday night football games. I loved going to games. I went to every single Friday night game, even the ones that were the furthest away. I went all the way to Bay City for games. Spirit weeks, and seeing my friends every day. And this right here was the student section from this year. We were the best student section yet. These are friends that, without them, I wouldn't be who I am today. I'm not really friends with a lot of them anymore. Like this right here is Selena. We were best friends from 6th grade up until, I believe it was sophomore year. Yeah, sophomore year, like the end of sophomore year. That's Kylie up there. She unfortunately moved to Durand. We were super close before she moved. This right here is Tara, and that's Amber over there. Like I said, we're not really friends anymore, but without them, I wouldn't be who I am today. And these are my best friends now, and without them, I don't know what I'd do. This is Victoria right here. You're here. That's Adrian, Maddie. Where's Shelby at? Shelby's over here and up there crying because of senior night. Look at her. This right here was our Halloween costume. We were the mean girls, as you can tell. Victoria was Regina. She was Katie. She was Karen, and I was Gretchen. So that was definitely a fun time. That up there was our senior orientation. We of course had to get up and get ready together at the crack of dawn because we were so excited. That's Chance again up there. And I think that's everybody. And then Madrigals. I would definitely consider last year's Madrigals all of my best friends because they are absolutely amazing. It was such a fun group. And that is all.